Hello, Salty Dog here. With the release date of Crusader Kings 3 just being announced, I thought I would talk about why I'm worried about Crusader Kings 3 and the game Paradox is going to release. The last release by Paradox went terribly. The last game they released, Imperator Rome. It got terrible reviews for a couple reasons. The main reason, many consumers didn't like it because it was bland and didn't have too many features. The character management interaction that was expected was actually subpar, with controlling characters feeling terrible and not very fun. And you're not able to approach challenges the way you want to, or sometimes you can't even approach them at all. When a general goes rogue, you cannot attack or assassinate him, as what people in this time period actually did, and you're either forced to bribe him with money or withholdings, or you can wait it out and wait for him to get his loyalty back up, or you can wait for him to rise up in rebellion. In Crusader Kings 2, you play as your character. Like you're the count, you're the duke. You play as a character. In Imperator Rome, you sort of play as the leader of your country and as the country itself. I think the game would have been a lot better if they really just focused on one. I would have liked it a lot more if they fleshed out the character interactions and managements. I think it would have been a lot more fun game. You decide how the leader reacts to some things, but they don't really matter. You don't have to pay attention to him. Like he gets cancer, and then I'm like, oh no, I don't care. You have no stakes. It doesn't feel like a story. It just feels like here's his name, here's his stats. That's all I care about. It's essentially like a $40 map painter. You don't have to pay attention to the characters except when there's a disloyal family. Because then, rebellions just start happening for no reason. It seems like there's always a ticking clock. Okay, rebellion's gonna happen in, this many days you don't do something. It just has very shallow mechanics. But moving on from hating on Imperator, I'm worried about CK3. They completely butchered Imperator Rome's launch with a half-baked game that should have been in early access if they were going to release it like this. Now many Paradox fans are just going to wait, the 2 to 3 years for all the DLCs to come out, all the flavor packs, all the updates, and then they're going to buy it. Then they're going to play it because then it's going to be the one that we were promised and expected, a good game, a playable game. For some reason, with Paradox fans, this is just the norm and expectations. There's memes about it. They joke about it. They're like, yep, can't wait to play it in 2 years when it's good. I love Crusader Kings 2. Oh my god, I have so many hours in it. I have 481 hours in it. It's one of my favorite games. It's one of the only good medieval strategy games. That's why I don't want Crusader Kings 3 to be a very bland medieval map painter game that I have to wait multiple years and $100 more in DLC for it to be playable. It seems like it'll be good, the stuff they show, a bigger map, more counties within it, more detailed textures. The 3D character models look cool. I think they look better than just the 2D kind of painting things that they had. I saw the new trailers and I'm excited. I want to play, but I'm worried about their intentions. One of the editions of CK3 that you can buy is called the Royal Edition. It includes the expansion pass bonus, Fashion of the Abbasid Court, a set of additional outfits and cosmetic clothing options for the Middle East and North Africa. The first flavor plaque, which hasn't been announced yet. The first DLC, again unannounced, and another flavor pack, unannounced, along with the pre-order bonus, the Garments of the Holy Roman Empire, which again is some more outfits for people in Central Europe. There are a few things I want to address. First, if the outfits are included with the pre-order, why not just make it part of the game? Why not have the pre-order bonus be something along the lines of, you get to play earlier or something like that? They're definitely going to be able to be purchased separately. Paradox already said the suggested retail price of both the digital clothing DLC is about $3 each. They say specifically $2.99, but you know, with tax and everything. Like, how are they that hungry for money? Like, how are they going to charge $3 for digital clothing? Why would they not just make that part of the game? Why would they not just spice it up more? And also, if you can already pre-order the first major expansion, that means they're probably already working on it, or they at least have concepts. It's definitely in pre-production. They know what they want the first DLC to be about. That means there's a part of the game that they already want overhauled. They already want worked on. They already want to add, like, more meat on that. Like, I'd rather just have them focus on making a fun, like, base game. Have a beefy base game, and then really expand on it with the DLCs. They're already pricing the DLCs higher. They're going to price them at $30 as opposed to the usual $20 for other Paradox games. So that means they're going to be, like, more in-depth, but I mean, I wish they wouldn't just start working on it before the base game is, like, even released. I mean, I'm excited for CK3. I want Crusader Kings 3 to be good and, like, the best game ever. I want it to be, you know, I want it to be good. But I'm not sure how much I can just trust Paradox when they repeatedly fail at releasing fun and complete base games. That's all I have to say on the matter. If you agree or disagree with me, tell me why in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're still watching. And this has been Salty Dog signing off.